Okay, let's try another example where we're using the product law because again we have the plus here. So let's look at the log base 2 of x plus the log base 2 of x plus 2 is equal to 3. Okay, notice the logs. We're going to take these two, we're going to rewrite them as 1 using the product law. So what am I saying here? And let's see, I want to make this larger. All right, in black. All right, so let's go. I'm going to write this as the log. I'll put the 2 in there eventually of x equals, sorry, not equals, I don't want equals. Let me backspace that. Log base 2 of x. Notice that I'm going to multiply the arguments here. So I'll get the log base 2 of x times x plus 2. That's a way in which I can rewrite the left side, and I'll get this. All right, so now I just got one log, and by the way, you know that this is base 2. So just so I can be honest here, let me go ahead and drag a little 2 over. Okay, this is base 2. Because that's going to be important later. Okay, so we have the log base 2 of x times x plus 2 equals 3. Now, since I only have one log left, not on both sides, then I can rewrite this sentence using the law of just rewrite it in exponential form. Okay, we know the base is going to be 2. So I'm going to see if I can rewrite this. Right. So what I'm going to get is 2 to the power of 3. I'm going to get that. 2, that's the base, to the power of 3 is going to be equal to x times x plus 2. All right. And then we can simplify this equation and solve it. Well, we know that 2 to the power of 3 is 8. We know that. And we know that x times x plus 2, we're going to use the descriptive property. X times x is x squared. All right. Plus, need to come down off this, plus 2x. So here we're going to be solving a quadratic equation, and basically in order to get it in quadratic form, I'm going to move the 8 over to the other side, subtract 8 from both sides, and I'm going to end up with this. X squared plus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now you want to solve a quadratic, you know you got to get one side equal to 0. Now, if we can come up with two numbers, we can solve this by factoring. We can call two numbers that multiply together to give us a negative 8. But if you add them together, you get positive 2, then we can factor this. So, and immediately the numbers that come to mind is a 4, negative 2. So I'm going to factor this as x plus 4, x minus 2. All right. Again, we did factoring in algebra 1, and of course we know this has got to be equal to 0. And of course, if x plus 4 is equal to 0, then we know that x is equal to negative 4, or could be equal to negative 4. Or that x should be either negative 4 or 2. Now, let's check something out here, because you always run the risk of extraneous solutions here. If x is equal to negative 4, then we would end up with a negative argument for the log base 2 of x, which cannot be. B is not this. None of these laws work if the argument is a negative number. So we have to throw out the -4. And if we substitute and check it out with 2, we'll discover it works. The log base 2 of 2 is 1, and the log base 2 of 4 is 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So 2 is actually the only correct answer that we have. We threw out 4, -4, because that would have given us a negative argument, and that's not allowable.